Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 Conclave as Scotland. So in our last episode we won another war over here for only part of the duchy that I was trying to conquer, but that's okay, that's actually all we need. I mostly just want to conquer Sri Lanka, so I don't really care too much about the intervening lands. And we are now within range to declare war for both duchies in the Kingdom of Lanka, which is great. We might not declare this immediately, though. I think it's probably a good idea to wait for our retinue that we have down here to reinforce at least part of the way back up to its full strength before we start declaring that. Let's see, we are going to need at least 20,000 to assault many of these holdings. So yeah, we can wait a while and let this reinforce a bit. We actually have another couple of thousand retinue up here that we can go ahead and transport down. I'll actually just go ahead and do that right now. We may have a little bit more retinue cap actually too, which we can make some use of. We built skirmish retinue last. Let's build something a little more effective, like shock. And a couple of those, okay. So while we're getting these reinforced, of course we can't go all the way down, we're going to have to stop off in here. That's fine. While we're getting them down and waiting for reinforcements, we can do some more useful stuff back at home. We still have a truce with the Aztecs, I think, so we won't be declaring war for this land just yet, but we should be able to declare on Denmark, who, for whatever reason, has inherited this county. And hopefully they're even not still in the... Yeah, they're not still in the defensive pact against us, so we should be able to do this pretty quickly and easily. In fact, let's just go ahead and declare this right now. Actually, we can't because we are in a non-aggression pact with them. Oh, okay. Well, that's easy enough. No, we can't just break the non-aggression pact, apparently. Between Queen Bodil and Prince Neil. I see. So he's imprisoned currently by the King of Norway. Well, what can we do about this? I guess we could try to have him killed, or have her killed. This explains why she's not in the defensive pact against us, which I probably should have thought about before, because I would have thought that she should be. Alright, well, our current plot is not going anywhere. Roderick apparently is much too popular to be murdered, so we can go ahead and get rid of that. Not much chance of killing her either, and we apparently can't plot against him when he's in a foreign dungeon. Is that what's going on there? Okay. Well, if we can't do that right now, we might as well maybe try to take a county from Mercia, since it seems like our King of England is going to need help to get this done before the end of the game, which, let's remember, is 1453. How long left in our truce with the Aztecs, incidentally? 34, okay. All of this truce talk, though, might be irrelevant because we are getting on in years, and last episode we became infirm as well, which is a negative to health, so we're pretty likely to die in the near future. And there's a decent chance at this point, I think, that we're going to end up playing as Roderick for probably not very long before he dies too, which is pretty unfortunate, but I guess we'll deal with it if and when it happens. Okay, so fighting Mercia, we will be fighting the whole defensive pact, but that shouldn't be too much of an issue. We should be able to blitzkrieg him pretty quickly and get a concession. So I guess we'll go ahead and declare. Oh, of course we don't even have de jure claims because of our empire, because it's not part of the empire. Fortunately, we have a de jure claim on behalf of our vassal duchess here. Or rather, our vassal of a vassal duchess. So we'll go ahead and do that. And hopefully once we have killed the Mercian army, our vassal king of England will declare his own war, since the levies will be depleted, though actually he is in a truce with him right now, so I guess that's why he's not declaring his own wars. Either way, we'll go ahead and take Gloucester. We will fight all of these people. So we don't have any retinue nearby to start assaulting immediately, but we should be able to raise enough from our nearby characters, not boats. For some reason I've forgotten all of the shortcut keys. That's okay. We'll probably have to get our domain troops as well. We'll just go ahead and raise all of them. I just don't want to accidentally select the retinue that we have being transported south. So we'll siege our... Well, we might as well siege this county first. I don't think it matters too much. I think we'll probably get 100% before ticking war score becomes relevant, so we don't need to necessarily prioritize the target county. We do have a dangerous faction, though. King of Sweden and our Grand Mayor of Sinai. Alright, let's see. Well, he wants to be on the council. We do have an advisor title available, so we'll probably just get rid of him that way. Should take care of him. And the faction. At least for now. Alright, we actually have plenty to assault this already. We're going to need a few more at this point. Oop. We've received credible reports of a recent sighting of the Great White Stag. Okay, I guess we'll go after it. Ooh, I think we took a big chunk of attrition there. Pretty unfortunate. And we may take more. And our Grand Mayor of Sinai is happier thanks to our Chancellor. Yeah, we did take more. Alright, so up to 20% from here. The ticking war score might be relevant after all. We'll go ahead and siege our target county then. Apparently people are trying to kill our wife, which may or may not actually be a thing that's really happening. I'm not going to be too concerned about it either way. Ooh, we definitely don't have enough to assault this one. Okay. You see that retinue is still not down here, that's fine. So let's see, whose levy do we not have raised? I think we definitely have England. Galicia we might not have raised. I don't think we can raise it here though. See, we might just want to stick to assaulting something that's a little bit easier, which is not actually possible. Okay. The easiest thing to do then might just be to hire a big mercenary band. Transport them down. Get some boats prepared. So let's see, 22,000, we need 36,000, so 15 should be about enough. I might just not bother trying to siege it just yet, and let my army reinforce a bit in friendly territory. Alright, so we can hire a 20,000 strong band. Yeah, let's get 20,000, that should be enough. We now don't have enough boats though. Probably something I should have considered. We are off to hunt the stag. Got a prisoner finish his education. No ransom possible. Just release him. Alright, let's land you down here in the adjacent county. Scouring the countryside for your prey, you come upon a lone rider. As you strike up conversation, it turns out he also hunts the same great animal that you're after. His lack of success thus far seems to match yours, but he invites you to talk and share experiences. Sure, we'll invite him to join our court. He has the same name as us. Alright, let's get this army in here right now so that we can get the siege preparations done, or the assault preparations rather. It's actually going to take 30 days. We'll only move the additional troops in after that's ready. We're reinforcing our levies quicker, which is good. I assume that applies while they're still raised, actually, so that is quite useful. Alright. Let's get in and assault immediately. Oh, our retinue down here got attacked, actually, because I wasn't paying attention. Okay. Well, I'll try to remember to look down there in time to deal with them when they're finished retreating. And there is our fairly timely death at 74 years old, unless we turn 75. Not too unexpected, I suppose. So we did inherit as Roderick after all of our attempts to kill him, and after all of my saying that he had a pretty good chance of dying before us because we were healthier for such a long time, but that's okay. So we have a new heir, which probably won't be the case for long that he'll be the heir. People will vote for somebody else, I imagine. We lost a lot of our councillors as well, okay. So we'll do the usual stuff. Well, I guess we lost all of our councillors for whatever reason. I'm not sure exactly why, but that's fine. We'll just reappoint probably the best people for the job, though we might want to choose powerful vassals, though it seems like none of them are going to be good as Chancellor, at least, and Chancellor is going to be pretty important for improving their opinions. So we'll probably just reappoint the wife of our former character for that. King of England we might just appoint as Marshal, since he's pretty good at it. We'll keep him happy. Our High King of Ireland and Portugal is pretty powerful, so we might want to make him our stewards. King of Poland would be slightly above average as Spymaster. That would make him pretty happy with us. Yeah, I guess we'll do that. Okay, we'll get those guys to work in the near future here. We'll see who people vote for before we cast our own vote. We have some commander titles available, which I guess we'll just use for the best characters, including our wife. For a character focus, I don't know, I'm not sure if we want to necessarily take a health improving focus. Maybe it's better if we die sooner and get somebody younger in power quicker. Let's take something diplomacy related, just to try to keep any factions under control. The council is discontent. We have a child who needs an education focus. Idolizer, rowdy, and willful. Oh, actually, this is just a childhood focus. Okay, well, I guess we don't mind too much what she gets. We can request a council position, which I don't think we can actually do because we're not a vassal. Okay. People are voting for 62-year-old Rory. Well, he looks pretty sprightly compared to us, I guess, at that age, but not great. Anyway, let's continue with our assaults in the meantime. Shortly after the death of your kinsman, Emperor Beethan the Holy, you were brought a strange piece of news. It seems that his library was raided, the only item stolen being a strange old book of Arabian origin. 2 servants who were in the library at the time were found dead, though witnesses refused to describe the state of the bodies. Very strange. Oh well. Probably best off not asking about that. Who knows what dark mysteries we might uncover. Tanist Indulf here is apparently the heir now. Not a great character. Dull, like the former emperor. But he might not be the final candidate once the voting settles down. We'll see. Alright, so let's actually get our council to work. That's probably a good idea. Nothing major in the way of factions yet, which is good. I think we'll set our Chancellor to improving relations with Sinai. Probably a good target. Our Marshal training troops in the capital. Our Steward collecting taxes. I don't think we care too much about stealing technology at this point, so we'll maybe just let him lead troops if that's what he's doing. Let's get over here. Hope we don't take too much attrition before we can start assaulting there. I'm not going to be too concerned if we do. Alright, Sweeney, I guess, is also... Why is Dull so prevalent, and why are the Dull characters so popular as potential heirs? I don't know. Anyway, the Kagan of the Mongol Empire wants to offer Rose, our granddaughter, marriage to some member of his courts. Some relative of his, actually. Yeah, I accept. Please don't take attrition before we can start assaulting. We didn't. Okay. This character now does need an education focus, so Idolizer, Rowdy, and Willful. Unfortunately, Idolizer works against her for Marshal, but her other 2 traits are good, so we'll go with that. So 84% now. Not Rory, please. I have been reading Ars Moriendi, and it claims that death is not something a true Christian should be afraid of. So because we are cynical, we can say that we do not fear death. And we lose 2 health, and our other option is also to lose 2 health. Okay. I guess we'll gain the prestige then. But losing 2 health at our age does not bode well for our ability to live much longer. Let's see, does Falconer give us health? No health bonuses, so we're pretty likely to die quite soon. Okay, so let's see what we can do about the succession at this point. So we can swing the vote in favor of Sweeney right now with the numbers as they are. I'd much prefer Indulf, though, based on his age. Radolf here has the Great Pox, which is not good. Indulf is dull, unfortunately. So are you. So he's the only candidate who's not dull, but he's 62. Let's cast our vote for Indulf right now. We'll see how that goes. Alright, that siege gets us to 99%. I think we're going to be capped at 99 because of not having won any battles. But he'll accept peace anyway, so we'll be happy to take it. Our war ended inconclusively after we had already won, because the CV was no longer valid. That's the worst thing I ever heard. Alright, well, let's disband our mercenaries anyway. Oh, unfortunately we have holy orders raised down in India as well, which we want to keep. So let's dismiss them this way. Just try to remember not to press that button in the future. It still says we have 17k raised, which I don't think is accurate. Yeah, there we go. Only 226 of the holy orders remain, so maybe we should disband those and let them reinforce anyway. Our defensive pact is reforming. We'll disband all of our levies. Alright, well the good news here is that we have no truces anymore, so we can declare wars pretty freely. For example, down here. Let's also probably just not lead troops. Could hold a grand tournament if we want to. So we're up to 20,000 here, which is still not really enough to assault the holdings we're going to need to assault. How many can we raise from the local duke? Not very many, but of course we have a few thousand available nearby over here. We do also have our retinue down here, which I said I was going to pay attention to, but I forgot to do so. So that'll be another 2,000. Oh, well, there we go. Okay. So our heir currently is Gruach here, but it's not going to last. We have our Chancellor unappointed. Died a natural death, so we did inherit as 62-year-old Rory, so another succession in the not too distant future is probably a distinct possibility here. So we are going to have to just redo all of our succession stuff, like appointing council members. Hopefully the fact that these guys are on the council already isn't going to be too bad for us. We don't get the opinion bonus from appointing them. They're happy enough with us as it stands, though, so hopefully we're fine. We are over our vassal limit now, which I think is probably just going to recalculate itself. We unpause for a second. Really? Is there actual vassal limit? Well, that's annoying. I guess we're lower on diplomacy than our predecessors. We're not married, which is also a problem. Okay, well, we're pretty well out of time for this episode, so we'll leave it here for now. Let me just raise the boats here so that I don't forget to do that and transport these guys down in the next one. Alright, we'll leave it here for now. We'll take care of all the succession for Emperor Rory the Unchaste next time. So thanks for watching, and join me again then.